Okay, so we got the licking stick on here, and yeah, time to prime this thing. And I'm going the punk rock way. Yeah, spray bombs. Best way to paint a guitar? No. Worst way? No. To be totally blunt. So what I'm gonna do, hit her with some primer, a couple of very light coats, and then when I can get to it, Krylon yellow. It's gonna be yellow. I'm looking forward to this. It's gonna be awesome. When I was looking through my pile of stuff here to discover, of course, I had no primer. I knew I had no yellow. Had to go to Ukrainian Tire to pick those up. Discovered I got some chalkboard spray paint, which I used in my one shed and works a charm. So one of these years, I got to do a guitar in chalkboard spray paint. That'd be kind of fun to do. Just draw on it. So. Or the whiteboard stuff, or you can get that magnetic stuff and then just put a bunch of fridge magnets on it. That would rule. But I'm going to prime it, and no, I'm not even going to attempt to film this. So I'll show you what a light coat looks like. That's a light coat, so you can still see things. Sputtery can, figures, Ukrainian Tire, what do you expect? So to sand that back, a few on the back, but it's a very, very light coat. So I'm going to be running a couple very light coats of this and then on to the yellow, but can't do anything till tomorrow. So next morning, it's about 7:30, gonna head off to work, and it's this dark out. Like I said, time's not on my side with this project. Can't start spraying again until I get home. Yeesh. Leaves start falling, come down is calling. Loneliness starts sinking in. Yeah, this wasn't here 2 days ago, but anyways, there's D. Got her primed. This is probably 4 coats over 4 days. Just gonna give it a quick kiss sand with some 220. And again, that's just a spray primer, so not totally thick. Right there you can see a couple of see-through spots. The paint will cover that. So there you go. A couple of minutes of sanding. She's all good to go. Just getting rid of the rough spots. You do it all by touch. You don't bother doing it by looks. It's little places like this low spot here, I'm not even worried about. I did kind of screw up over here a bit, but sand it through, but whatever. So now, 5.5 minute shake on the Krylon. The trick to doing this with spray paints, that's probably annoying to look at, very light coats, lots and lots of light coats. You see all these guitars, I think the reason why spray paint gets a really bad name for doing this sort of thing is if somebody tries to do this all in one go. It takes a lot of coats, a lot of light coats. So I'm going to start with the edges going in. Didn't mean to figure you there. That was a pretty sputtery can of paint. So I got a lot of run, so I'm going to be quite a bit of sanding through here. So it came on a little too thick for the first coat, but it was just coming out in globs. So yeah, figures. Mine paint from crappy tire, what do you expect? So yeah, I'll let it dry, sand it a bit and see what happens, but that's yellow. So that's cool. That's what I mean by sputtery, man. Holy crow. Didn't realize how bad that was. So, look, it's Jello Biafra gloves. You've been hanging around. 5 minutes of shake. Old can, I guess. Their date. I just gotta see if I can read that. So I'll just hang her in the little shed for a bit. I'm gonna have to bring her in though, because they're saying we might be going down to about 2 above tonight. So yeah, this is what I mean. Time is not on my side, but that's a cool color. I like that. Okay, so we're about 4 coats in at this point. Pretty happy. I was able to control the runs and stuff. There's a lot of graining on this because I didn't reseal the grain. Just one little run on the front. Anyhow, those divots are showing, but like I said, just gonna add character. So In between coats, I have been sanding down with 320. Time to go with some 600. Just cut some of the glare if I can. And then we'll see what happens. Back's going to be fine, but I have a feeling the front here flaked a little bit, so I'm probably going to have to throw on another coat. Just going to do one more thing before I do that. I hit it with some steel wool. It's the only excuse anymore for using steel wool on a guitar, because you can pick up ultrafine grit now pretty readily in Canada, like 12,000 grit and stuff like that. But again, this just get rid of some of the goop. It's peeling a little bit here, so we're gonna have to see. No, I think I can live with that. See here, this is where the guard's going to be, so I'm not going to bother with this. See the difference in tones there. So I think this might work. Let's just hit the rest to make sure. Late afternoon, so all I have is glaring sun or shade, but you know what? I think that's going to do. A couple little goobers here and there, but it's not super slick. It might burnish it down a bit more, but you know what? I'll live with that. That's bright. I like the color on that. So, I can live with that. It's a punk rock job that I did on this, but hey, punk rock guitar for old man punk. No problems with that. So, body's done. Neck's done. So, the next thing's going to be making the pickguard. And I suck at multitasking, so I'm taking the pickguard. I'm just going to do with photos, no movie on it. It'll be on my blog, which again is northtownsound.blogspot.ca. Links down there. It won't be that interesting of a movie anyways, because I suck at guards. So, but basically what I got to do, I got to convert that into a guard. That's going to look sharp, actually. Next job.